recording this video means you can just refer to video anytime. ඔයගලන්ට එහෙම මැද්දෙන් ඇහෙන්නේ නැති ප්‍රශ්න වුණොත් ප්‍රශ්න බය වෙන්න එපා. ඔයගලන්ට මේක අහන්න පුළුවන් ආයසරයක් ආයෙ බලන්නත් පුළුවන්. So ඔයගොල්ලෝ connection එක පුළුවන් තරම් stable තියාගන්න බලන්න. In Zoom you know we need live connection. ඒ කියන්නේ connection එක සමහර වෙලාවට signal අරයට මෙහෙට උනොත් පොඩ්ඩක් අඩු වුණොත් ඇහෙන්නේ නැතුව යනවා. ටිකක් වෙලා ගිහිල්ලා තමයි ආයෙ connect වෙන්නේ. That is usually happening. But මගේ පැත්තෙන් එහෙම වෙනවා නම් මම සාමාන්‍යයෙන් විනාඩියක් විතර ඇතුළත collect කරගන්නවා. Then all of you cannot hear me. දැන් මගේ එක ඇහෙන්නේ නැත්නම් ඔක්කොටම ඇහෙන්නේ නැතුව යනවා එකපාර. එතකොට ඔයගොල්ලෝ කරන්න ඕන ටක් ගාලා WhatsApp වලින් හරි මෙතන chat එකෙන් හරි message එකක් දාන්න. එතකොට මම ටක් ගාලා මෙහෙන් adjust කරගන්න. මොකද මට connection එක මාරු කරලා හරි ආයෙ connect වෙන්න පුළුවන්. I'm using few connections. I can change the question and join. Change the connection and join. In case if you cannot hear. Okay. Right. Let's open grade 9 reading book English 1. So, and let me summarize what we have learned last day. So we have learned about specifications. Specification කියන්නේ computer එකක් ගන්නකොට සහ අපි ගත්ත computer එකේ මොනවාද තියෙන features කියන එක තමයි අපි study කරේ. Today I just want to see whether you have really understood the concepts, and I'm giving an exercise. I'm going to give you an exercise to check that. So basically, when preparing specification, you have to consider about the peripheral devices. What are peripherals? Peripherals කියන්නේ මොනවාද? What are peripherals?
Devices connect to the motherboard externally.
Exactly. Sharp answer. Correct. Devices connected to motherboard externally. So there are three types, three categories.
Input devices, output devices, and storage devices.
Yes. Input devices, output devices, storage devices belongs to peripheral. Yes, very good. So peripheral devices කියලා කියන්නේ if anything connected to motherboard externally. So let me show a picture of this quickly. Okay, this is our computer. Inside this system unit, this is called system. This box is called system unit. Inside this system unit, you have motherboard. System unit එක ඇතුලේ motherboard එක තියෙනවා. Anything connected to motherboard externally using wires or wireless media are called peripherals. Microphone connected wire using wire or wireless. Wired වෙන්න පුළුවන්, wireless වෙන්න පුළුවන්. Microphone is external, peripheral. Printer, keyboard, mouse, speakers, monitors, peripheral. Pen drive, peripheral because it's connected externally. Optical disc connected externally. CD, DVD, peripherals. And not only that, even hard disk is there inside this casing. Still hard disk is connected using wires. SATA cables, PATA cables, SCSI cables. Likewise, we will learn in future, not now. Anyway, this is connected using wires. So we call that as peripheral devices. So this is lesson number 1. Lesson number 1 in grade 1 book. Lesson number 1 about computer peripheral devices. Okay, if you don't have the book, you can still request or you can download from Edmodo. Or if you cannot download, let me know, then I can send you the book. Right, then the next thing in the summary, the next thing is selection of devices for the user requirement. Based on our requirement, we have to buy a machine. For an example, so there are different type of computers. These are the different type of computers that you see. So if you want to move place to place, then the best option is tablet or smartphone. If you are moving place to place, best option is smartphone or tablet. But assume that you need some movable ability, but still you are keeping this on your desk or lap and using, then you can use notebook or laptop. Laptop and notebook you can move, but it's not convenient to move. That means it's not convenient to use laptop and notebook while traveling. It's not really convenient, but tablet and smartphone while traveling also you can use. Especially if you are using WhatsApp and if you are using this tablet or smartphone for work purpose and you want to check WhatsApp messages always, then better use smartphone or tablet. But if you want to check WhatsApp messages regularly, laptop, notebook, those are not very good options. You can use laptop and notebook, but it is not convenient to open the laptop and check WhatsApp messages always. And if you are not moving, if you want to place in your home, you can use desktop computer or office. If you don't want to move this, better use a desktop computer or all-in-one computer. What's the difference between desktop and all-in-one? Desktop එකේ ටිකක් ඉඩ වැඩියෙන් යන all-in-one, everything is embedded to one, or everything is embedded to the monitor. It saves the space. So if you want to buy all-in-one computer, there's a one computer produced in Sri Lanka. What is that? What's the company? There's a company called EVs. They produce all-in-one. It's a nice PC. So let me show the image. This is all-in-one computer produced by EVs. It looks nice, saves space. It saves space, but it is a desktop computer. You can keep it on top of a
So what is it used for?
So same purpose as the desktop computer. Desktop computer එකක් පාවිච්චි කරන්න අපි office එකේ පාවිච්චි කරන්න පුළුවන්, home environment එකේ පුළුවන්. Only thing is it saves the space. It looks like laptop but not a laptop. It's a desktop. So it saves space because you don't need big casing. But when it comes to maintenance and all, might be difficult because you have to remove components from this monitor and check. No, that is difficult. But if you're having a desktop, it is easy to check. And workstation means it is a powerful computer, basically used for gaming and basically used for networking. Network වල connect කරලා තියන්න servers විදිහට we can use a workstation computer, and there's a separate computer called server. Server can serve multiple people at the same time. Simultaneously, it can provide service to many people. එකවර සේවාව ගොඩාක් දෙනෙකුට දෙන්න තමයි server computer. Maybe several hundred thousands of people can be served. අපේ computer එක අපිටත් තනියෙන් පාවිච්චි කරන්න පොඩ්ඩක් අමාරුයි. But servers are not like that. It can provide service to several hundred thousands of people simultaneously. එකවර ලක්ෂ ගානකට සේවාව සපයන්න පුළුවන්. For an example, Google, they use server computers. YouTube, they use server computers because their service is available for many parties same time. ඒගොල්ලන්ගේ service එක හැමෝටම එකවර දෙන්න වෙනවා. Therefore, they are using these server computers. So that is special computer and it is powerful. So this is small server, but there are large server computers. Large server computers called supercomputers. Supercomputer is a very large computer. It's like a rack. And this is supercomputer, is a single word, sorry. It's like a rack. So Google and Yahoo, Google, Facebook, they are using servers like this. This is called not just single server computer. This is called server farm. සත්තුන්ගේ farm තියෙනවා වගේ server farm කියලා කියනවා මේවට. Why we are calling server farms? It is not just single computer, many servers in single building. Okay, so these are the things that we have discussed. We discuss about the computer types, why we need, and then we discuss about the specifications, like what about the processor? And similar to book specifications, when we buy a book, we prepare specification. So what type of book we need? Is it single rule, double ruled, or blank? And length and width of the book, number of pages. So that is called specification. Similar to that, when we buy a computer, what are the things that we should consider? When we buy a computer, we have to consider what type of computer we need. Whether that a movable computer or desktop or all-in-one or tab. What else?
RAM.
Yeah, we have to think about RAM or the memory capacity. Then we have to think about processing power or the processor power, processor speed. Then we have to think about monitor size maybe. What is the width or size of monitor? Then hard disk capacity. Hard disk එක කොච්චර තියෙනවද කියන එක. We have to think about that. Okay, those are the main features. When you are buying a computer, we have to think about those main features. Okay, now in detail, we have discussed about the processor. So what are the components inside the processor?
ALU,
ALU,
CU,
CU,
cake memory, registers, and bus.
yes, cache memory, registers, and bus. Correct. Very good. ALU is for mathematical and logical processing. You can do arithmetics, addition, එකතු කිරීම, අඩු කිරීම, වැඩි කිරීම, බෙදීම වගේ කරන එක තමයි ALU කරන්නේ. Thus, it performs addition, multiplication, division, modulation, subtraction. That is the purpose of ALU. Similar to our brain. And brain has connected nerves. Brain එකට තියෙනවා සම්බන්ධ වෙච්ච nerves. ඒ nerves හරියට අපේ CU එක වගේ. Control unit එක වගේ. Nerves වලින් නැත්නම් ස්නායු වලින් කරන්නේ අපිට පණිවිඩය යවන එකනේ ඇඟ පුරාවටම. ඒ වගේ the CU is responsible for sending control messages to each and every component. We have discussed and given that. What's the responsibility of CU? Control unit? Yes? What is the responsibility of control unit?
Send signals to each and every component in the computer system.
Send signals to actually control signals, right? Send control signals to each and every component of computer system. That is the purpose of CU. And why cache memory is there? That is the place which keep data until process. Process එක ඇතුලේ data තියාගන්න. හරියට අපි පාන් කෑල්ලක් කනකොට අපේ කට ඇතුලේ තමයි මේ පාන් කෑල්ල තියාගන්නේ. ඒ වගේ process කරනකන් data process එක ඇතුලේ තියාගන්නේ cache memory එකේ. Process කරනකන් data process එක ඇතුලේ තියාගන්නේ cache memory එකේ. Bus. What's the purpose of bus?
Data paths.
Bus වල තමයි data යන්නේ. දැන් අපි bus වල යනවා වගේ computer එක ඇතුලේ data යන්නේ bus වලින්. එතකොට process එක ඇතුලේ data යන buses තියෙනවා. Then I think we discuss about registers, right? Registers කියලා කියන්නේ මේ calculate කරන්න පාවිච්චි කරන memory cells. Memory cells used for calculations. So those are called registers. Those are the components inside the processor. Okay, we discussed these things last week. So you can refer to last week video. And we discussed processor power is really important because speed of the processor reflects the output. So if you can produce big output, or if you can produce more glasses, maybe more fruit juice glasses within a second. So this, you obviously blender speed is high. Yes, I got a question. Any question? Okay, there are two blenders. So here you can see the second blender producing more fruit juice. Similar to that, if your processor speed is high, it will produce more information. It will produce more information. Same time, it will consume more power. Current එකත් ටිකක් වැඩිපුර යනවා. ඉතින් processor එකෙත් ඒ වගේ processor එකෙත් අපි ඉගෙන ගත්තා. So based on, there are different manufacturers. Not only that, there are different processors. අර එක කුස්සියේ එක chef කෙනෙක් ඉන්නවා වගේ one kitchen 2 chefs, then one kitchen 4 chefs. So which is more speed? If you have 4 chefs in one kitchen, that is more speed. එක kitchen එකක chef ලා 4 දෙනෙක් ඉන්නවනම් speed එක වැඩි. ඒ වගේ තමයි single core, dual core is faster than single core. Quad core is even more faster than dual core. So we learned about that. Using that chef example. Now here chef lage example එකක් නේ කතා කරේ. Let me show this grade 9. And this was the one we have discussed. Presentation එක ගත්තම okay. So here It can be single core. It stay cool but use less power but slower. This is faster but more power will be wasted. Here this is even more faster, but it has low battery life because more power will be used. So this is what single chef, 2 chefs and 4 chefs in one kitchen. So this is even more faster, but the thing is it wastes our resources. So we discuss about these processors, and these are the other computer systems we discuss. So all these component has a computer component inside that. මොකද ඒවා ඇතුලේ input output processor ඒවා තියෙනවා. camera එකක් ගත්තම inputs තියෙනවා, lens එකෙන් output තියෙනවා, screen, memory එකක් තියෙනවා, processor එකක් තියෙනවා. So therefore we call this as a computing device. Computer එකක් කියලා නෙමෙයි කියන්නේ computing device. So do washing machine. So do TV. So similar to that, robotics, mobile phones, POS machines, CCTV, then digital cameras. So all these components are computing devices. We discuss about that as well. Okay, then let's move forward and we discuss about robots and future technologies like biological robots. And then we have discussed applications of ICT. In this video, we discuss about several applications of ICT. So this is home appliances.
Is designed for.
And we discuss more. Okay, those were the things that we have discussed. That is the summary. And today actually we have to discuss about hard disk. So after processor, today we have to discuss about hard disk. So hard disk is similar to your book. Why I am telling like that? Okay. First day also I have given small exercise. First day also I have given a small exercise. What I asked you to calculate 8 plus 10. So what was the value? 8 plus 10. What is the answer? 8 plus 10?
18.
18. Okay, can you add 8 plus 10, divide by 2, multiply by 4 and subtract 31 and again divide by 5 and tell me the answer? Can or cannot?
Cannot.
Why?
Cannot.
The reason? Reason is you can't memorize. It is lengthy. You can't memorize. It is lengthy, so you can't memorize. So when you have lengthy things, if it is lengthy operation, for an example, I'll give the same thing. If it is a lengthy operation, assume that you have something like this, 2 plus 4, and then the same thing, you multiply by 8. Multiply by 8 and divide by 4, sorry, divide by 3, and then subtract 23 from that and add 12 to that, then again add 2 into 7 and subtract 5 from that. So this is lengthy. Can you calculate now? When this is written down, can you calculate? Make a liwama calculate කරන්න පුළුවන්ද?
Yes, sir.
How? Because you can calculate part by part. නේ? දැන් පොතක මේක ලියාගත්තා නම් ඔයාලට පුළුවන් කොටසින් කොටස calculate. You can calculate part by part. 2 plus 4, it is 8. Then 8 divided by 3, it is, what's the value? 2. 8 divided by 2, 2.66. Minus 23. Then you can calculate part by part by part. Then you can break down this. So what's the mechanism that we have used? මොකක්ද අපි use කරේ? We used to write down this in books. When this is lengthy, we used to write down. Similar to that, so when you have more data, you can't memorize. Your memory cannot keep that. RAM එකේ ඔක්කොම තියන්න බෑ. RAM එකේ මොනවද තියෙන්නේ? RAM stores. RAM එකේ මොනවද store වෙන්නේ? Yes? Random access memory ke monad store වෙන්නේ? RAM stores.
Data which is being currently.
Data which are being currently accessed. Data, information, and instructions which are currently in use. So we store these things in RAM. RAM is volatile memory. Why? RAM is called volatile memory because if power off, if power goes, then මේ මං මේ වැඩ කර ඉන්නවා current එක එකපාරම යනවා. What will happen? වැඩ කරගෙන ඉඳි current එක ගියොත් ආයේ මෙතනින් දොන් වෙන්නේ නැත්නම් මුලින් ඉඳන්ම ආයේ මම මේ load කර ගන්න ඕනද open කරලා. මෙහෙම වැඩ කර ඉඳිද්දි current එක ගියොත් මොකද වෙන්නේ? off වුණොත් computer එක.
Lose all the data.
Yeah, I will lose all the data. I have to reload that from hard disk. මම hard disk එකෙන් ඒක load කර ගන්න ඕන. ආයේ මුලින් ඉඳන් ගන්න ඕන. If power goes, I have to load these things to random access memory again. So RAM has small capacity. Hard disk has big capacity. I think මේ පොත වගේ තමයි. හරියට වගේ 40 pages book එක, it's like 1 terabyte hard disk and 160 pages book is like 4 terabyte hard disk. Likewise, hard disk size can be varied. Anyway, why hard disk is there? It is called secondary storage or back-end storage. Why? Because it can remember things for long time, even without current. Current එක ගියා කියලා hard එකේ තියෙනව මැකෙන්නේ නැහැ. When power goes, it will not erase things in hard disk. But when power goes, it will erase the things in memory. RAM එකේ තියෙනව මැකෙනවා. Current එක ගියොත් නැත්නම් power off වුණොත්, computer එක off වුණොත්, අපි හිතමු ඔයගොල්ලන්ගේ phone එක කියලා. Your phone එක දැන් අපි Zoom දාලා තියෙනවා, WhatsApp දාලා තියෙනවා, ඔක්කොම දාලා තියෙද්දි එකපාර off වෙනවා. Then you have to load Zoom, WhatsApp, Google, all these things again. But phone එක off වෙලා on වුණා කියලා ඒකේ තියෙන app ටික නැති වෙන්නේ නැහැ. All apps will be saved in your hard disk, in your mobile. Mobile එකේ hard disk එකක් වගේ තියෙනවා. නැත්නම් memory card එකක් තියෙනවා. We will save it in memory card, so even power goes, right, even power goes, you can connect, you can still use those data in your hard disk. Okay, I want to give you few questions to test your knowledge now. I'm going to give you few questions to test your knowledge. So I'll write 4 scenarios. 4 scenarios. Sansiddhi hatarak man liyana. Right? You have to write down what's really happening in related to hardware. So, okay. So write down this question in your book. Analyze each of the given scenarios and explain the process shortly using hardware components. So case 1. Save a file to hard disk. Save a file to hard disk. Oh, no, please add something more. Or draw an arc in Paint and save the file to your hard disk. Case 2. Open the Paint application, then open the saved file and get a printout. Case 3. Write an email and send to your principal. Write an email and send to your principal. Principal will receive it and view. Receive it and view. Case 4. Case 4. Copy a file from CD to a pen drive. Okay, what you have to do is you have to explain these processes using hardware components. ඔයාට මේක explain කරන්න වෙනවා hardware components පාවිච්චි කරලා. Okay, පළවෙනි එක මම කරන්නම්. Then පළවෙනි එක මම කරාම ඒක බලාගෙන you have to do that by yourself. ඔයාලගේ එක කරන්න. හරි. Draw an art in paint. Right. Paint කොහෙද තියෙන්නේ? MS Paint කොහෙද තියෙන්නේ? Paint. Paint is an application in secondary storage. Agree? Paint is an application in secondary storage. Agree with me or not? Agree the නැද්ද? මගෙත් එක්ක එකඟයිද නැද්ද? Paint is an application in secondary storage. Secondary storage means hard disk. හරිද නැද්ද? Correct or wrong?
Correct.
So if you cannot understand, please let me know. Paint is an application in secondary storage. Then what you are going to do? Load that application to main memory. We call random access memory from the hard disk. You load that application from to main memory from the hard disk. Hard disk එකෙන් එක main memory එකට ගන්න ඕන. Why main memory? Because currently accessing programs are there in main memory. Currently accessing programs are there in main memory. That's why you have to load that application to main memory from the hard disk. Okay. What next? Draw the art. Draw the art. Your processor will process it and show us as a painting. Actually, we are not drawing a painting, but our processor will process. We are not drawing a painting, but our processor will process. Why I said that we are not drawing a painting? Because, okay, so see this image. This is not paint, but similar application. So this is my picture actually 12 years back. I have taken this picture 12 years back. And let me zoom this. So can you recognize leaves? Make it in a leaves paint on it.
Yes,
Okay, let me
yes,
zoom.
sir.
Can you see now?
Yes, sir.
Now?
No. Yes, sir.
Still you can see. Now? Can you
No,
see
sir.
the leaves?
No,
Oh,
sir.
now you
No.
can see the pixels. Now you can see pixels. Only dots. These dots are called pixels. මේ dot වලට කියනවා pixel කියලා. මේවට වටිනාකමක් තියෙනවා. Here let me right click. Copy hex code. 16 පාදේ වටිනාකමක් තියෙනවා. Then grade 10 වලදී sorry grade 8 වලදීම අපි මේක කතා කරනවා. Here this is a value. මේ pixel එක ගත්තොත් right click. එතකොට process එකට මේ ඔක්කොම මේ වගේ values. process එකට මේ ඔක්කොම values. A mathematical number. But this mathematical number will be processed. මේ mathematical numbers ටික එක ළඟ තියෙන්නේ. මේ එක ළඟ arrange කරාට පස්සේ තමයි it will create this leaf. So when you see from a distance, you can clearly see leaves. When you see from distance, you can clearly see leaves. But these are mathematical numbers to the processor. එකයි මම කිව්වේ අපි art එකක් අඳිනවා කියලා කිව්වත් processor එක එතන ඉන්නවා. Why? Processor will process and show at us as painting. Otherwise, processor will recognize this as numbers. But then art එකක් අඳිනකොට අපිට numbers පෙන්නුවොත් අපි කැමති වෙන්නේ නැහැ. Processor එක process කරලා අපිට මේ numbers පෙන්වන්න ඕන. Okay, will show us as a painting. Then what will happen? And then you have to save this. Okay, then store the file in secondary storage. Okay, likewise you have to explain this. Paint is application in secondary storage. Okay, I'm going to make it green color. Paint is an application in secondary storage. එයා secondary storage එක තියෙන paint load කරනවා main memory එකට. ඒ main memory එකේ තමයි චිත්‍රය අඳින්නේ. processor එක තමයි ඒක process කරලා චිත්‍රයක් විදියට ගන්නෙ. ඊට පස්සේ process කරපු චිත්‍රය secondary storage එකේ store කරනවා. ඒක තමයි අපි paint වල open කරලා file එකක් ඇඳලා save කරාම වෙන්නේ. So likewise, you have to technically explain the other things. What's happened when open paint application, then open the saved file and get a printout. මේකෙදි මොකද වෙන්නේ? Likewise, you have to write down. Can you start writing?
So should we write again, paint is an application in secondary
Yeah,
storage?
you have to write again the same thing.
Okay.
Right? Then, but this part you have to change. Next part you have to change. Okay, then I'll give you maximum 5 minutes. Can you quickly complete this? විනාඩි 5ක් දෙන්න ටක් ගාලා complete කරන්න. Quickly complete, okay? So write down this in your book and then quickly complete.